Hi everybody, welcome to day 33 of the lockdown. Just a half day today. It's Sunday, I thought I'd have an afternoon off. So today's video is a small moon jar and a trivet and a plate that goes with it and how I stack it and whatever. So I'll explain it during the video. Here it is. Okay, I'm going to throw some moon jars now, and if you've been watching the Instagram feed, I'm making some trivets to fire these on, because this is fired this way up. I put 3 shells and then a plate on there, so that when the plate comes off it's got the effects of the ash, and then I put ash on top of the plate and it dribbles down, and it's a really nice pot. It's one of my favourite pots, this, but unfortunately you can see what happened there. I just put it on shells on the shelf, and it's touched and stuck to the shelf. So that's a nice pot. It's in my living room, it goes against the wall, but you can't see the hole there. So to avoid that, I'm making these trivets here, and it will sit on a trivet, and all this ash will run into here and it'll be on shells. So this is not quite as big enough for this job. These are for smaller ones, but that's the principle I'm going to be making today. Okay. It's been a while since I made some moon jars, well, biggish ones anyway. I think they are my favourite thing to make, no matter what size they are. The huge ones, right down to the small, sort of orange sized ones. I really like making moon jars. This is reclaimed clay at the garden. Not actually clay from the garden, they were in buckets in the garden, so it's not garden clay. It's really nice and plastic. Some bit more height. I'll try and throw it at this point to the size of the top. It's, you know, the opening at the top. Try and keep that as normal as I can now. That's going to be the finished size, hopefully. Let's put a shoulder into it. There. That shoulder helps. When I form this part, I don't have to close it in. Just a question of stretching it now. It's really quite soft, this clay. For those of you who haven't seen me do this before, I'm just going to use this rib, which is half of a bat. It's about as small a moon jar as I can use with this rib. It's quite flat here still, so I need to get the shoulder in. Get some of this water out the bottom so it doesn't collapse. I'm going to have to do a bit of refurb on my wheel because I can hear a knocking sound. I don't know what it is. If you can hear it, doesn't sound too wonderful, does it? And that's more or less it. On his shoulder. Oops. That's got it. What moon jar? I'm going to throw the... Let me get this to stick. I'm going to throw the plate off the hump and use what's left of this ball to make the trivet and leave the trivet on the bat. So that's roughly the size of the dish I want for it. Just a small dish. Trying to get it the same profile as the bowl. Sorry, as the moon jar, so it sits nicely on it. So what's that bit done? Now I'll throw this trivet. This needs to be fairly tall here. This tray just protects my my shelves. Really, I'm going to have to deal with that knocking. It's awful, isn't it? With a wideish section, because I'm going to put a lump of clay on here with a shell on it. So that should do it. That's it done. I'll cut this out into 3 points once it's dry, or drier. That's it. Okay, I hope that was okay for you. I've fired the kiln today, packed the kiln, fired it this morning as well, and thrown another couple of eager vases, but you've seen that before. So that's it. It's now 3:30, and I'm just going to go and get the last hour in the hammock for Sunday afternoon. So look after yourselves, stay safe, and I'll see you all tomorrow for a full day.